Hello everybody, we are back again with a practice room game. We're up against an unknown opponent, and I could have swore that I told him good luck and have fun. Yeah, I did. Alright, and we have a hand that I actually feel comfortable keeping. Depending on what we draw, we are on the draw this time. We're not going to mulligan this. We are one land away from being able to drop stuff, so I'm actually going to get rid of the wasteland depending on what he shows me here. Which may be nothing. Alright, not showing me anything. I'll tell you what. This is what we're going to do. We're going to make you start wondering. Originally, I was going to play the Sylvan Library, but because of how the situation turned out, I'm actually going to play this Thoughtseize. If he is playing like Canadian Thresh or something, I can wasteland him. That'll put him back a land. So he ends up having to daze this, but if he dazes it, I can pay for it. So I think that we're better off getting rid of this land that's going to ding us, even though later on it could possibly draw us a card. But we should have our deck taken care of in that sense. But we'll find out. One way or another, unless he's forcing this at this point, or he's playing Spell Pierce, we should be able to take a look at his hand and make decisions based on that. And this is interesting. Of everything here, I'm actually going to get rid of this Force of Will. So he is a Canadian Thresh deck. If he does get a land, he's got to keep it up. And once his force is gone, we should have free reign to kind of do what we want to do. There's no stifle. There was no pretty much anything. Let me open this up. I know you guys can't see everything, and I am sorry for that. Unfortunately, I cannot resize it. It's funny that way. Looks like he did not do anything. So he had Brainstorm, Delver, Stifle, Goyf. And he's got an X card. I am going to go ahead and... I know he's not going to be doing anything serious over there. So let's start off with this. Just get it down. Get it to be something that's super annoying. If he fetches, we're not going to go until he's tapped out. So if he gets like a Brainstorm or something, in which case I would have suggested that he do that on his turn. Yeah. We should be perfectly fine here. Always yes and always. That'll put the cards in our hand. The Bitter Blossom could be great here, but I think at this point I just want to get the Liliana down. So we're going to pop those two back. Not pay any life and put them back in this order. Play our land. And yes, I know. I could be playing the Bitter Blossom and doing stuff. I could be playing the Knight and doing stuff. But we're forcing him into a situation where he's kind of in a bad situation. I don't know how else to put that. Yeah. If he was coming back from that, it was going to be rough. I would have actually taken the damage next turn. It would have allowed me to flash back the Lingering Souls as well as play the Knight. Alright. So, Canadian Thresh. Where are we? Bitter Blossom he doesn't know we have. Blind Obedience not going to be very good. Duress going to be kind of over the top. Same with him. Although him's going to be better on the play, but we're going to be on the draw. This is actually going to pop out to be pretty well. If we can get some type of waste lock going, this should be pretty good. This should be pretty good. I would say this, but typically his Delvers will be flipping, so not as good. And, I mean, you could start aiming after his creatures, but it doesn't turn out to be as strong. I'm actually going to get rid of 2 Thoughtseizes here, and this Sword of Fire and Ice is going to be pretty hot as well, especially with the Bitter Blossom and all the flying. What are we going to do? I think I'm going to take one diamond, and we'll go from there. I know it's a little bit of a lack of combo with this, but I didn't quick eye anything that I really cared about outside of that. And this hand is going to be interesting. I'm going to keep this. I can kill his first turn drop and wasteland him shortly after. It's just an interesting situation of a hand. So there's that one. All right, he's going to have force, because I'm going to take away the daze option here. Got a force? No. Got a dead Delver? I think so. Honestly, he would have forced the swords. There wasn't much else that he could do about the other one. So we're in a decent situation. Nimble Mongoose. Not threatening yet. That changes things a little bit. We're leading still with the basic lands. This changes it in the sense that I'm going to actually play this Liliana and then go from there. I mean, I expect him to have a Daze or something on his side. And that is why we didn't play the other way around. Okay. So, change of heart. Yeah, we're going to go with the Lingering Souls. The reason we're going with the Lingering Souls, it can block both of these even if this flips. Even if he counters it and wastes me, I get to, well, that doesn't matter. I get to play it next turn. So, and this can't swing past it for 5 more cards. So there's 1, 2 potential cards. That's a Goyf. He's a bit bigger. There we go. We're building up a little bit of steam here. Let's just keep building away. And I am going to Edict him. And if he swings at it, I'm going to let that through. I suspect that he'll be getting rid of one of these two. Of the two of them, I would be getting rid of this one. I've already got it covered as far as the Lingering Souls goes. Your Goyf is going to be able to swing, and when it does, I am going to let it through. But he doesn't know that. And even though he had a bunch of cards to go until that situation, I should have swung with one. No, keeping them both back makes it so that I can at least do this. Bad luck on the Delvers, my friend. And I should have actually... No, he had the blue up. Didn't he? No, he didn't. So we gave him the option to have a Stifle. I should have fetched this out, gotten Swamp, just because our hand is so heavy in the sense. So that's going after Liliana. Yep. That's fine. There goes that. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Alright, so now he's tapped out on all things that matter. I should have fetched with this on the stack, by the way. Should have recovered that and fetched with it on the stack. So then now we got our basic Swamp again. Bitter Blossom, there's an interesting thing. But for right now, because we haven't seen anything yet, although I haven't really given him an opportunity to daze. Let's go ahead and pop that down there. So if we hit a land next turn, we can Bob plus Flashback. So he's got 5. I wonder if he's noticed yet. And in fact, I think I may just let those go. I think I may let him kill Liliana of the Veil. At me. Well, I don't want to take the damage. And there's that. So let's pop up this Lingering Souls. Alright, so we got more cards. And I'm going to drop this Bitter Blossom. We'll see what he thinks about that. Hide behind your people now, my friend. Now thought process. I can make myself discard this Bob, which doesn't seem all that great. Which would allow me to then, yeah, we're going to do the Bob. I understand. It puts him 1 card away, but I think we'll be okay. Like, we get the 1 card a turn to be able, the 1 creature a turn to be able to deal with this. Even if we lose a body here, because I can just always 1 and 1, and then the next turn 1 and 1, and then I'll get 1, be able to sacrifice or make him sacrifice, and that'll put things on an even keel. And since he doesn't have anything right now, although he could easily wasteland, which he should be attacking with both. He should have been attacking with both at Liliana for a while here. Coming at me again. In this case, I am actually going to be willing to take this one. So he didn't notice. There we go. I'm saying okay. Alright. So we get a knight who will very shortly be bigger than Goyf. He discards a card and concedes the game. Yeah, it's kind of rough for him at that point. Like, I get to actually start attacking, and this Life from the Loam turns out to be pretty good. I get to look to draw a card, bring back the Wasteland, and this Wasteland him, and Knight stays as a 6/6. Works for me. Like, I get to just take out colors at that point. So this was a quick Canadian Thresh matchup. Hopefully it was a little bit more amusing than the red things that have popped up. And I will see you all again later.